Hi there, Sagittarius. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're looking at this year and what's ahead for you. A little sneak peek at 2015. And of course, I am Astrogirl, as if you didn't know. Sagittarians, the major headline this year is that Saturn, the planet of focus and discipline, life lessons, the teacher of the zodiac, the planet of kind of like going sober in every aspect of your life, if that makes sense, kind of like getting your act together, moves into your sign. It moved into your sign December last year, and it's going to be in your sign for 2.5 years. So get used to it. This began in December of last year, and Saturn will be in your sign for most of the year ahead, retrograding briefly back into Scorpio from June 15 through September 18, and will be a presence in your sign for the next 2.5 years approximately. This happy-go-lucky Sagittarian is now in a more serious time. And for those of you who are turning 30 during Saturn's visit to your sign, you are having your Saturn return. And it's worth Googling and looking up. It's kind of like you realize that things have got to change. You become more responsible. Some of you will have a child. Some of you will get married. Some of you will get a big time job. Some of you will become a stepmom or a stepdad, even though 2 or 3 years ago you were carousing and you're out and about and no one can quite believe that this has happened with you, that you've decided this is the path you want to take. Maybe you'll become sober. Maybe you'll never touch drink again, or or stop gambling, or whatever it is that you feel you're doing. You'll get straight, as they say. Scared straight. I think Saturn is basically going to be doing that. And whether or not, you probably are frowning, saying, well, that's not going to happen, or that sounds just great. It might not be something like that. It might also be you buy real estate, or you land a job where you finally can put some money away. You get a new car. That's what the Saturn's really about, stuff like that, where you grow up. You're not Peter Pan anymore. And a lot of you are Peter Pan, admit it. So it's not such a bad thing. You will be confronted with your physical limitations with Saturn in your sign. Maybe you can't go bungee jumping every weekend, or you can't go, playing football or whatever it is you want to play without hurting yourself. Overall energy is not up to what you're used to. You're a very athletic, outgoing sign that likes to do sporting things. Perhaps your spouse, partner, or current lover could see you as aloof, cold, distant, and you will have to work harder to project love and warmth to others, which is so not like you, Sagittarians. You're going to be in a period where you need to take a lower profile. And Saturn does that. Saturn makes you work harder, longer hours, and socialize less. And although it sounds really bad, it just is one of those things where everyone else is out at the bar having a drink and you're in the office still, and it's late, and no one can believe it, not even you. But there's work to be done, and you realize that if you work hard now, you're going to end up with a really good job and benefits and all those things that maybe you hadn't, tried hard enough for, and that a lot of your friends have, and that you would like for yourself. The other headline this year is that Jupiter, your ruling planet, the biggest planet in the zodiac, and the planet of opportunity and optimism, is moving into your 10th house of career, August 11, which is just another reason why it's so important that you focus on money and career this year. You will be very successful career-wise throughout the year, especially after August 11. You'll be even calling the shots. This could be another reason for all the seriousness now. Leadership is a heavy burden, and it's not something that you're used to. You're not good at giving orders. You're not good at being the boss. That's much more of a Leo or an Aries thing. You're happy-go-lucky Sagittarius. Well, Maybe things are going to change. Maybe you'll realize that people have been taking advantage of your good nature, especially if you're, working on a team and you're the team leader. But if someone says, oh, I need to go for the dentist appointment, or I need to pick my kid up after school early, you'll be like, fine, go. Maybe that's not going to happen anymore. Maybe you're going to be a bit more like, no, you can't leave. You should have told me. I need, notice. Uranus has been in your fifth house of fun, creativity for some years now and continues to stay there for several more years. Children or children figures in your life could have become more difficult to handle. They seem more rebellious, craving more freedom. You should give them as much as possible, so long as it isn't destructive. Because the last thing you want to do is, block their creativity. Maybe they're becoming a handful because they're coming up with some really good ideas and they just need to be managed but not micromanaged. Jupiter will be in your ninth house of long distance travel, higher education, spirituality until August 11. Hopefully you will be traveling, which is what you love most. And Sagittarians, the best thing for you is traveling and teaching. And you are the sign of travel and teaching. So if you could combine the two, you'll be in nirvana this year. If you can get a job where you go somewhere very interesting, overseas or interstate, and you teach and you make money, and you have a place to live, and you stick to that, and you don't go, off the beaten track too much, and you work hard, this will be one of the most successful years in your life because Saturn is going to make it so. Your paths of greatest fulfillment this year are religion, philosophy, metaphysics, foreign travel, higher education, friends, group, and group activities. Make sure you read up on everything I'm going to be telling you about this year, a lot more about love and a lot more about money. And I'll be speaking to you again shortly, Sagittarius.